come in.
Ivan Massow.
Oh, look at him.
Multi-millionaire serial entrepreneur, gay rights campaigner, animal lover, recovering alcoholic and prominent Tory. Splits his time between a 4-storey townhouse in London's Bloomsbury, this 13th century mansion in East Sussex, and a holiday apartment in one of Barcelona's most fashionable neighborhoods. Not bad for the son of a policeman and a bank clerk.
My childhood was so pants. For some reason, David had a better relationship with my natural and stepfather than I did. I've often been quite envious of him for having a slightly easier ride as a child. That lack of stability was a big driver in me wanting to make something of myself.
While Ivan is able to indulge his passion for art, his younger brother, David, currently lives hand-to-mouth out of this truck in a lay-by near Glastonbury.
I get stuck in the box of being a crusty traveller and that sort of stuff, but I don't give a shit what people think about me, really. I feel more comfortable with being on the bottom rung of the ladder. It gives me a lot more power, believe it or not, to move around and be who I am in this world. Hey!
Ivan was always studious, but David was always up to some sort of mischief. Not bad mischief, just little boys' mischief, like rolling a car.
David has worked as an estate agent, a teacher, a puppeteer, a barista, a political activist, a hash fudge salesman, and has even self-published a book.
Great book, that is.
As well as traveling in South America and India.
I went to Varanasi once and I was wearing these Shiva beads, and as soon as I walked into Varanasi, I kid you not, these Shiva beads shot from my neck and went everywhere in front of me. And I was like, whoa, Shiva power.
He currently works as a labourer, and when he's needed it, Ivan has sent him money.
How much do you think over the years you've given him all in all?
Oh, it's not a great deal.
OK, he's helped me when I was writing my book a little bit, but I don't live on handouts.
Certainly no more than 100,000 and probably a lot less.
Where the fuck does he get £100,000? What would I do with £100,000?
I quite value this opportunity for him to come into my world and we can maybe learn a bit more about each other.
No, I walk into Ivan's house, I don't see pictures of family and that sort of stuff. I just see pictures of himself. His whole image of importance is having as much wealth as possible and then making constant, subtle comments that I'm poor and he's rich.
David is on his way to spend the next 4 days living with Ivan in London.
London does overwhelm me a little bit, I must admit. I mean, it's so bling, isn't it? This land of the free that goes into the land of the fee, and everyone's moved out that can't afford it. I.e. myself. I must admit, I'm quite anxious. I mean, I'm looking forward to it as well. A little bit anxious.
The brothers haven't spent more than 48 hours together in the last 25 years.
I'm a bit apprehensive because I don't really know what to do. What do you talk about?
What do you talk about?
Well, I'm guessing it'll be the Soviet system and how that's the only true form of governance. And then we'll talk about how they're listening to all our phone calls and maybe computers are taking over. That's the latest worry, isn't it? So I'm sure David's probably up to speed on that one.
Here we go. I don't know why I'm so anxious about this whole thing.
Digmore is one of the town's most crime-ridden estates, and a group of its young men showed me around the boundaries of their patch. They're led by an enigmatic figure called Little.